Hey everybody! Welcome to Drawing with MisterBitzer, Glow in the Dark series. Today we will be drawing glowing ghosts and ghouls in a cemetery. Alright, enough of that voice. First, what you need to do is, inside of Sumo Paint, find the button that says Open File from Computer. Oh, there we go. You'll have to navigate to your folder wherever you keep that. I already have mine open to the MisterBitzer folder, and there will be a file called Ghost Alley. You can download that online, but hopefully if you're one of my students, you'll already know where to find it. Click on it and click Open. When it opens up, you're only going to see a portion of it. That's because the picture is much larger than the screen is letting us see. So what we want to do is come down here to the Zoom tool, click on that, and then there's a button up here that says Fit on Screen, and when you click on that, it should fit just about perfectly into your screen, into your drawing area. This one's easy to use. All we have to do is start drawing ghosts on it. It's a photograph of a cemetery that I took when I was in Paris a couple years ago, and I made it look like it's nighttime by sort of darkening things and making the sky black. That way, whatever we draw can have a nice glowing effect on it. Over here, you'll have swatches. In your swatches, you'll have sections with nice bright colors that look kind of pastel. Those are colors that are great to use for glowing ghosts because they really contrast well and look like they're glowing in the dark. We are going to start out by selecting the color white. And let's check our brush size. It's a little bit larger than what I want to use, so I'm going to change the diameter, not too much, just about 10 pixels smaller, down to 20 pixels, so that I can draw a skeleton coming out of this tomb right back here. Draw a circle and kind of like a triangle jutting out of that. There's his spine and his ribs. And here's his skeleton foot coming out of the tomb. Skeleton toes. Well, he's got a big foot and lots of toes. I don't know that the bones in our feet look quite like that, but whatever. Here's his knee, and his other foot's inside the tomb. And he's got his arms out in the air like this, like, hey! And his other arms coming out like, hey! Like he's gonna, like, I don't know, get somebody. Let's go to black and make his eyeballs. And we'll make this, actually, let's make it a triangle shape. That will be helpful. And we'll make it even smaller, down to, let's try like 8. There's his little hole where his nose used to be when he was a living human. And now, keeping that small brush, I'll just draw some teeth. He has 3 teeth and no lower jaw. So he can bite down on you, but not really pinch you with his teeth. There's a skeleton. Now we'll come back over here and choose, let's see, maybe a green color. And draw, oh, I don't know, zombies are kind of popular. Maybe some sort of zombie thing. That's a good size. So I'll go back to my original brush, dry brush 1. And I'll draw a bigger head. It's bigger because, for one thing, it's closer up than the skeleton. And also it's still got all the flesh on it. It's a little fresher. So there's the head. Let me put ears on it right now. Or at least, I'll put 2 ears. He's kind of got his head turned towards us. And I'm going to give him a brown jacket, because zombies typically are still wearing clothes. His arm is not up in the air because zombies typically don't have very good motor skills. That means they don't have very much control over their bodies. Well, in some movies they do, but typically they just kind of like drag themselves along like snail people or something. I don't know. Only smellier and more rotten. Let's see. There's his jacket. I'm sort of imagining where his body is and drawing around that. And to give him a nasty yellow t-shirt that was probably, well, let's make it darker. Yeah, let's make it orange actually. Now I will draw his t-shirt with this orange color. And, oops, my mouse has got a little delay there. Ah, there we go. Shirt was probably more like white or something when he started being dead, but all that time in this crypt has gotten old and nasty. Now I'll give him just regular jeans, only like a really dingy, nasty looking kind of blue. Here he is, stepping out of the tomb. And coloring this in. Normally I might use the paint bucket to fill things in, but since we're coloring on top of a photograph, that doesn't really work very well because the paint bucket will only fill in the areas that are already one solid color to begin with. So I would be filling in all these little sections and it would never quite get filled in, so it's just easier to color the whole thing in like this. And I think those little black patches kind of just add interesting texture and stuff. So anyhow, now I want to draw his hand, and I want this same green color that I used before. The easiest way to get it back is to use the eyedropper tool. Click on that and then click on whatever color you used that you want to use again, and then go back to your brush and you can draw with that color. So he's going to be reaching out with his hand. Whoa. It looks like he doesn't have a thumb right there because his thumb fell off onto the ground. Oh no. And let's see, feet, barefoot or shoes? Barefoot or shoes? Maybe one foot is barefoot. Draw his little toes, little zombie toes. Fill that in. And draw maybe like an ugly gray shoe on the other foot. It's really hard to see. I don't like that. Undo. Sometimes you try things out and they don't work. So you just try something else. Looks like his leg is shorter than the other leg, but I'm just going to leave it that way maybe. Maybe it actually is. Maybe he's got one of those legs. Anyhow, there we go. His feet. And now I'm going to give him eyeballs. I think yellow eyeballs are a bit more interesting than just regular white ones. And black for his pupils, which are staring down at his thumb on the ground. Because he's like, oh no, my thumb fell on the ground. A nose. And a sad face. It's kind of open mouth. And his hair. Let's get some color brown again. It's all messy because he's just been like dead. And it's like when you wake up in the morning in your hair, you got bed head. He's got dead head. There we go. So there we have a zombie and a skeleton. Now I don't want this video to go too long, so I'm going to show you how to make them glow, and I'll let you fill in the rest of the page with whatever you want to draw. The way that we make things glow is first select airbrush 1 right over here. Then we will change the diameter. We want it to be larger than whatever we've been using, like maybe around double the size or so. I'm going to go up to... Oh, I'm changing the flow. That's not what we want. We'll put that back down at 33. The diameter is what changes the size of the brush. See, even MisterBitzer makes mistakes sometimes. We'll put it up here around, not quite 86, maybe around 80. That looks pretty good. Now, just like before, when we wanted to get the same color, we will get the same color to do the glow. So I'll grab this green again, go back to the brush. And one more thing before you add the glow. If you do it now, look, it's going to be totally solid. It's going to basically ruin what we just drew. I'm going to undo that. What you want to do is change the opacity. It's going to be 100 by default. Click on the little arrow here, find the hidden dial, change it down to somewhere in the 30s. And then when you draw, it'll be very faint, so it looks like he's glowing in the dark. Maybe his forehead's all glow, right? Do you know what? I like it using it sparingly. And we'll make his hand glow, and his thumb glow, and his foot glow. And now we will go back to white. We don't need the eyedropper for that because we just chose it right down there. And we'll make the skeleton glow in the dark as well. I have to draw more glow for the skeleton because he's like... I don't know, he's like sticks, and we have to make sure the glow is around all the edges. There we go. Now one more ghost. We'll do one more because we need just like a regular traditional ghost. This one will be kind of pinkish, and it will be coming out of the sewer. Oh, our brush is too big. We'll make it 30 something again. The opacity. We forgot to change the opacity. I'm not going to put it all the way up actually for the ghost. So the entire ghost is going to be see-through. The ghost and the glow. Okay, I guess it could have been more see-through than that, but whatever. It looks good. This is a strawberry flavored ghost. Whoa. Somebody threw away strawberry yogurt, and I'm the ghost of strawberry yogurt. Choose black. Make the diameter smaller. Give our strawberry yogurt ghost a face. This one can actually be happy to come out and slime people with rotten, curdled strawberry yogurt. We will go back to airbrush 1, put it back up to the 80s. Remember the 80s? I guess it's the 70s. How did that happen? Oh gosh. Can't really glow in the dark with black. So I'm going to use the eyedropper. Choose that same color pink. Go back to the brush. It's a good idea not to pick up your mouse or like unclick and then go back over an area because that will make the opacity darker. So you really want to hold down your mouse in one click and finish up the glow. And then go back over it. Like for example, if I go here, see how it's getting darker, the opacity is getting thicker. And undo that. And we are done. Click on the text tool. Choose the color that you want up here in the text tool area. Click somewhere, maybe up in the sky. We could have put a moon up there, but we are out of time. And then type your name. And really quick, go back to your brush and make your... Oh no, it's because of that text tool. Use the eyedropper, grab that color if you need to, and make your name glow in the dark. Save it, and you are finished. Here's some more ideas that might inspire you. Ooh, I'm a ghost. Here's my head. To be or not to be.
Here's my head.
Hey everybody, I'm a skeleton.
Big snakehead. Purple ghost waiting to pounce.
Well, coming out of the sewer again.
I have a big foot like your skeleton did.
I'm a professor ghost and I live in the sewer.
I'm a blue-haired ghost with blue skin.
Surprise, I'm a skeleton.
I'm coming out of this crypt. Get me out of this stinky place.
I'm a contemplative skeleton who likes to sit on top of the crypts. Zombie. Mommy.